Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is Kpop FTW. If you are new here, we want to say welcome. Please consider subscribing. On this channel, we talk about K-pop news, K-pop theories, and also we do live streaming here, and we have tons of fun things coming up in the future as well. Make sure to check out our other videos while you're at it, and thank you so much for joining us today. We do want to shout out our American listeners, especially those who are in cities that are currently having protests going on. It's so crazy what's going on right now in the world. It's an incredibly sad time. We hope you guys are staying safe and staying indoors, and hopefully you're inside watching this video. So we're going to jump right into today's video. BTS is once again in some controversy. Earlier this month, it was Jungkook. He was going through his whole, Itaewon scandal. This time around, BTS's SUGA is unfortunately under fire for a track on his recent album. SUGA dropped a fire album earlier this month. It was called August 2. It was much anticipated. People loved it. So what went wrong? 2 weeks after the release of his album, some fans began to notice something very peculiar with the third track on the album. The song is called What Do You Think? And it has an introduction of a man speaking in English before SUGA's song begins. Well, it turns out that the English in question is an excerpt from a sermon done by Jim Jones. He's the man on the right. Jim Jones, if you guys are not aware, if you're really young and you don't know who he is, he was responsible for the most deaths caused to Americans prior to 9/11. He was a cult leader who directed a mass murder-suicide of 909 people. Over 300 of those people were children. In addition, Jim Jones also had North Korean ideologies. He used that kind of propaganda on his followers. And he also was anti-Black and anti-South Korean. The part that was sampled from Jim Jones' speech is the following. So, on the track, then you hear a voice say, "Though you are dead, yet you shall live, and he that liveth and believeth shall never die." International netizens were some of the first people to find out who these words belonged to. They began to critique other ARMY who apparently knew about the sampling the whole time, but were trying to cover it up or let it slide to avoid controversy. Some people said it made them feel absolutely sick. And one person even said that none of you want to hold Yoongi accountable, and it's heartbreaking. Sampling from a mass murderer is disgusting, but you'd rather keep quiet to prevent a scandal. If you cared about Yoongi at all, you'd want him to grow and mature as a person. Ignoring it helps no one. It turns out the Big Hit heard this all loud and clear. Just today, SUGA issued an apology. Apparently, he feels very embarrassed about the sample. And what's even more interesting to me is that Big Hit said that they were also unaware of where the words came from. They didn't know that it was Jim Jones' words. They said the producer chose the sample and that they didn't know the historical or social context. But they said in the future going forward, they're going to make sure to do extensive research to find out where samples are coming from. I just think it's kind of strange that they don't have someone doing that due diligence. That's pretty important. Big Hit also announced that they have taken out that sample from the album, and they've re-released the track so that it does not include that sample any longer. This is such a sensitive topic, and I honestly feel pretty bad for SUGA. I don't know that he knew where this sample came from, but I don't believe that SUGA is the type of person that would ever intentionally hurt his fan base or support a mass murder. I don't think he would do that on purpose. I don't think he would support someone who was against South Korea. SUGA's an artist. SUGA's very intelligent. If anything, I would believe that he was critiquing or dissing this man rather than supporting him. That being said, I do see the other side. As painful as it is, I'm glad that he knows that this exists. And also, I do have to feel for the people who feel hurt by the sample. People think being a fan means protecting your favorites, your celebs, your idols from all of their mistakes. But we do need to allow our faves the space to live and learn. That's truly how we grow together. That being said, I do have to wonder and kind of worry about the lack of freedom that artists might feel in the future, about censorship, because I know it can go really far, it can go too far. We do have to be aware of that as well and how that affects people. It's such a sensitive topic in general, and I just kind of feel bad for everyone in the situation. No one really wins. But yeah, thank you for listening to my rambles on this entire situation. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Once again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.